to bob on here and talk a little bit about the Lion's Gate. So as always, you don't have to agree with what I say. That is your choice and your decision, and I'm not offended. So take what makes sense to you out of this video and leave the rest on the shelf. That's cool. We are individuals and we have our own individual take on stuff, right? So basically, there's portals every month of the year. For me, there's only two that's important. One being the Lion's Gate, which is on the 8th of the 8th. And this year is particularly powerful because of how the planets are aligned and where Sirius, the star Sirius, is. And also because we're coming up to an eclipse on the 12th. So if you want to learn the astrology, I'm not your girl, but there's loads of really clever people on YouTube that can tell you about that. But so for me, there's two important portals during the year, 11/11, 8/8. So what is a portal? A portal is like a gateway, a wormhole, a split in the matrix that allows us to ascend more easily, to lighten ourselves, raise our vibration, not ascend as in die, but to raise our vibration more easily. That isn't saying that you can't do it any other time of the year. Of course you can. You can create your own ascension portal and raise whenever you decide you want to. It's easier at these times. And this year is particularly because of the eclipse energy coming in. So why is 8/8 or the Lion's Gate important? It's because if you turn the 8 on its side, you get the affinity sign. And what the affinity sign is saying to us is that there's endless possibilities, that there is an infinite amount of love, there is an infinite amount of abundance, there's an infinite amount of everything that we want to see in our lives, right? There's an infinite amount of food, everything. And the possibilities and the opportunities are endless. So this makes this portal, the Lion's Gate portal, such a powerful one because it puts us in that position of actually looking past the lack and seeing the abundance that is available to us on this planet. This portal for this year is even more powerful because it's about being seen, being heard, letting go of those wounds that have maybe even come from past lives, right? That are keeping us smaller than we should be, worrying about what other people think. That all of that needs to go this time. It needs to be transmitted into I'm safe to be seen. Because at the end of the day, someone else's opinion of you is none of your business, right? You don't have to listen. You have your cheerleaders. You have the people that love you. No one else matters. It's what you think of you that's important and how you behave in this world. And are you authentically you? And by being authentically you, you're standing in your own power. And that opens up the doors of opportunity, especially on this portal. Because the doors of opportunity are flying open and allowing us to be seen, to have a balance between giving and receiving, a balance between loving and being loved. And now is the time for our power to be the strongest it's ever been, especially as we are in such a shifting world where it's very easy just to see the darkness and not see what's underneath, what's occurring underneath, the goodness, the positive change, the way people are banding together and helping each other. We only see the hate because that's what we're being shown. But on the other side of that, because everything has a this and a that, On the other side of all that hate, there's all that love. There's all that people doing things for each other without reward. The reward is being who they are and being a good person. So this Lion's Gate is about, what do you need to release? Where do you need to step into your power more? Where do you need to speak out? Where do you need to share that love? And by doing that, you raise your vibration, and that affects every single person you come in contact with, which ripples out to your community, your country, and to the world. Every positive thought you have, every act of kindness, every act of love that you put out there helps to create the positive world that is being birthed under the surface right now. So this is a really important portal, just to take some time for yourself to reflect and do whatever you're called to do, whether that is to go out and have fun with your families or friends, or whether that's to sit and meditate. And there's loads of meditations on YouTube. And if you like the sound of my voice, I have a meditation from a couple of years ago which is still relevant and will still help you on the Lion's Gate, and that's on my YouTube channel. So, but there's hundreds on there, so choose the one that's best for you. And just be kind to yourself. Know that things are shifting, and the energies over the last week or so have been really quite random. And I know that it is not just me experiencing strange goings on, because all of my community has been saying, Sam, is this big up? What's going on? Everything feels a bit weird, strange shit's happening. You know, one day last week I had a puncture in my tyre, and the nail that was in it was like that. I've never seen a nail that big. It was an ancient nail. Where the hell did that come from? Right? And it left me stranded in the middle of nowhere. I had to be rescued by my friend. And then I got home, because sitting in a car at 34 degrees is hot, so I needed a shower. And a centipede, millipede, horrible thing, came up the drain pipe as I'm having a shower. I'm like, okay. And then I managed to flood the bathroom too. So that was a me problem. But it's like all of these strange things, but I didn't get upset about those things. A nail in a tyre is all about protection. The millipede, centipede, whatever the hell it was, is all about abundance. And the flooding is all about cleansing. So I chose to see it in a positive. I was like, okay, what are you trying to tell me? But I chose to take it as a positive, rather than getting stressed out and all, oh, what the hell's going on? Because when we do that, we lower our vibration, and right now we need our vibration high. We need to be really standing in our power. Okay, so any questions, ask. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know. As I said, whatever you don't agree with in this video, that's cool, leave it on the shelf. And I will see you soon. I will do a video on the eclipse as well. Okay, take care. Bye.